Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Gen Politics. So today, the internet is freaking out once again because Donald Trump tweeted out a picture of himself dressed as the Pope. It's an AI-generated image, and this comes on the heels of during an interview, he was asked, "Who would you like to see as Pope?" And he said, "Well, I think I'd like to be the Pope."
As Pope? Yeah. I'd like to be Pope. That would be my number one choice. No, I don't know. I have no preference.
So he tweets out this image, and liberals and Catholics, some Catholics, are very offended by this. They think it's awful. He's demeaning Catholics. He's making fun of them. Liberals have never cared about Catholics more than they have today, which is amazing. You know, they suddenly love Catholics. Catholics must be protected. They're our most precious, most vulnerable people. And the big orange man is attacking them for no reason. Like, guys, we know what you believe about Catholics. Trump, on the other hand, actually likes Catholics. He's had Catholic priests and bishops bless him, speak at his events. He's said very nice things about Catholics, even though he's not one. And so that's why I believe this is really just satire. This is really just satire because during that interview when he was asked, who do you want to see as Pope? Trump could have easily said someone who's very conservative, someone, even an American bishop or cardinal. You could say, oh, I want them because they're American. He didn't do that. He did the responsible thing to do, which is dodge the question. Not my business. He doesn't want to interfere with the conclave. I'm actually very proud of Trump for not saying who he wants, because he doesn't want to influence the cardinals picking the person. And it could have influence. The most powerful man in the world says, I think this person would be good. That might stick in your head a little bit. So he dodged the question, get out of it. Let the cardinals do their thing, pick the Pope, and instead he makes a little joke out of it. People were upset about that, so then he rage baits even harder, and he's trying to get a rise out of you, and so he tweets out this image. It's like, guys, come on, it's funny. It's satire. He doesn't really want to be the Pope. He's not even Catholic, but he's not demeaning. He's not saying anything rude, and he's not doing anything worse than what Catholics do already. How many skits have you seen where a priest or some Catholic influencer dresses as the Pope? We do it because we like the Pope. It's endearing. It's real satire because we like the thing we're poking fun at. And Trump does like the thing he's poking fun at, versus what the liberals, who actually don't like Catholics, but for some reason they love Catholics because now Trump doesn't like Catholics in their minds. So it's a weird calculus. Whatever Trump does is like anything Trump says, immediately the opposite becomes true. So they love Catholics, even though the media that liberals consume, the quote unquote satire that they make, is really offensive to Catholics, truly offensive. Like the Saturday Night Live skits where they make fun of Catholics, they demean them, they make fun of the Pope. The adult cartoons like Family Guy or American Dad, when they just say absolutely heinous things about the Pope, about Catholics, talking about how they're all bad or they're all like secretly bad people, whatever. That's not satire. That's like you actually just hate the thing you're making fun of. Trump likes the thing he's making fun of. And he's not even making fun of it. He's just saying, I want to be Pope. I can say that. I'm a Catholic man. I can say I want to be Pope. And Trump knows it's not an election. You don't really run for it, which is good why he didn't say, I want this person or that person, because the cardinals don't run. You don't run. They pick you. You vote for somebody you want without discussing it with them beforehand, really. It's not an election in the traditional sense. You don't run for the papacy. So to believe that this is Trump being malicious and to really get that upset about it, it's not the right thing to focus on. It's like, guys, this is not horrible. This is not like, we can take a joke. We should be able to take a joke. It can be fun. It can be entertaining. Satire is good. It's good for the soul, right? Humor is good. I'm sure Jesus joked around a little bit. All good, fun jokes, I'm sure. But like you watch the show The Chosen, like Jesus is making jokes that are kind of like, they're totally above the board. They're totally fine. He's poking fun at people, but not in a cruel or malicious way. Humor is amazing. We use humor to get through bad situations. It's one of the greatest blessings we have in hard times. And so using humor, using satire for things you really like, it's great. It's good. We should elevate that. We should say like, oh yeah, you make a little bit of fun of Catholics. Like, yeah, we do this or that. That's fine. It's good. It's encouraged. It's better than the stuff the liberals like to put out there. And then suddenly they want to side with Catholics. They say, Catholics don't make fun of Catholics when Trump does it, but he's not even really doing it. So I think it's bizarre. I think this is a weird fight online. I've seen just really like aggressive takes, people saying like Trump is like godless, and like how dare he even mention Catholics, and how dare he even mention the Pope. Like, calm down, guys. It's okay. It's going to be okay. I'm sure he didn't mean any malicious harm by sending out a picture of him dressed as the Pope. I bet any of the influencers you watch, the Catholic people you've talked to, they've done a skit where somebody's dressed as the Pope or whatnot, or even said, I want to be Pope, or what I would do as Pope. Like anything like that somehow is above the board when anybody does it, except for when Trump does it. Then suddenly it's like horribly offensive. It's not. And I think we'll keep seeing people fight about this online. So I just wanted to give my take on it real quick. As a Catholic, it's like, it's not that big a deal. I think there's far worse representations of Catholics in media from people who truly hate us, truly despise us, have no, affinity in their hearts for us. And there is good satire of people who aren't Catholic or people who are Catholic. And that stuff should be welcomed. It should be funny. It's better to take jokes that are in good fun than get upset about them, because then you don't draw the line anywhere of like, this is okay, like satire is good, and then like this cruel, malicious behavior or rhetoric is bad. You got to draw the line, and you got to be okay with a little poking and prodding. We should be a little bit thick-skinned with that. So that's all my thoughts on this. I would like to see people just relax a little bit. Maybe Trump will come out and give another statement. Who knows? He tends to double down on these things because it gets a rise out of people. But let me know what you think. Do you think this was really offensive to Catholics if you are one? If not, do you still think it is? Do you think he should apologize? I kind of am interested in what your takes are about this, like whether you find this offensive or not if you're a practicing Catholic. Let me know all that down in the comments below. And thank you for watching.